They were the most familiar faces on television, smiling from black and white and early color screens, welcomed into our living rooms week after week. We felt like we grew up with them. But when the cameras stopped rolling, their stories continued in unexpected ways. Today, we're looking back at those child stars and asking, where are they now? On the courtship of Eddie's father, Eddie Corbett was a clever, charismatic, and mischievous young boy, navigating life with his widowed father. Cruz began the role in 1969 at age 8, bringing humor, charm, and emotional depth to the series' central family dynamic. Now 63, Cruz became a musician, voice actor, and television personality. He continues performing in punk rock bands, lends his voice to animation, and participates in classic TV conventions, remaining connected to his childhood acting legacy. On Make Room for Daddy, Linda Williams was the polite, affectionate daughter, navigating family life amid professional ups and downs. Angela Cartwright began the role in 1958 at age 5, providing emotional stability as the series transitioned through cast changes into the early 1960s. Now 73. Angela Cartwright starred later in science fiction television before transitioning into photography and visual arts. She publishes her work, exhibits internationally, and connects with classic TV and space exploration communities. Cartwright remains active as an artist and cherished figure at nostalgia events. On Silver Spoons, Ricky Stratton was a mischievous, charming child, navigating sudden wealth and new family bonds. Ricky Schroder began the role in 1979 at age 9, anchoring the sitcom with boyish energy and heartfelt humor. Now 55, Ricky Schroder transitioned to dramatic roles, directing, and producing. He appeared in NYPD Blue and other television projects, building a steady adult career while remaining a recognizable presence in entertainment. On Diff'rent Strokes, Willis Jackson was the pragmatic, street-smart older brother, adjusting to life in a wealthy new household. Todd Bridges began portraying Willis in 1978 at age 12, anchoring the show's emotional heart with humor, resilience, and heartfelt moments. Now 60, Todd Bridges continues acting and publicly advocates for addiction recovery and child actor mental health awareness. He appears in films, documentaries, and television, using his platform to support others and share hard-earned personal insights. On the Munsters, Eddie Munster was a sweet-natured werewolf boy blending normal childhood enthusiasm with family monster antics. Butch Patrick began the role in 1964 at age 11, grounding supernatural comedy with innocence as he navigated school, family loyalty, and everyday childhood experiences with a charming twist. Now 72, Butch Patrick remains a pop culture icon linked to classic television horror comedy. He appears regularly at fan conventions, makes occasional acting appearances, and celebrates his iconic role's legacy. Patrick engages with nostalgia culture while maintaining his presence in entertainment circles. On the Brady Bunch, Bobby Brady was the athletic, affable middle son whose prankish energy balanced family harmony with spirited mischief. Lookinland joined the cast in 1969 at age 9, appearing throughout the series with sincerity and physical comedy. Now 65, Lookinland left acting for a career in television production and camera work. He remains connected to the show's legacy through reunions, interviews, and engagements that honor the cultural impact of classic sitcoms. On The Andy Griffith Show, Opie Taylor was the thoughtful son of Sheriff Andy, representing innocence and moral growth in every episode. Ron Howard began portraying Opie in 1960 at age 5, growing into relatable challenges like school, family lessons, and Mayberry adventures with empathy and humor. Now 71, Ron Howard became an acclaimed director and producer, co-founding Imagine Entertainment. He directed Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, and television series, blending commercial appeal with character depth. Howard remains a respected Hollywood figure, mentoring young creators, attending festivals, and shaping entertainment decades after his childhood stardom. Only 3% of viewers that watch our videos are subscribed. If you're enjoying this video, smash that subscribe button. It's free, it supports the channel, and it helps us make even more of the content you love. On Leave It to Beaver. Theodore Beaver Cleaver was the curious boy whose minor misadventures revealed lessons about honesty, friendship, and growing up. Jerry Mathers began playing Beaver in 1957 at age 9, embodying boyhood innocence, vulnerability, and everyday wonder throughout the series. Now 77, Jerry Mathers advocates for diabetes awareness and served in the Air Force Reserve. He remains a respected ambassador for classic television, making appearances celebrating early family sitcoms and speaking about his experiences growing up on screen and navigating life afterward. On Gentle Ben, Mark Wedloe was an empathetic, adventurous boy whose bond with a gentle bear underscored respect for nature and loyalty. Clint Howard joined the regular cast in 1967 at age 7, anchoring the show's emotional tone through curiosity, bravery, and youthful sincerity. Now 66, Clint Howard has built a prolific character actor career spanning decades. Hundreds of credits in film and television, he's known for unique, memorable roles. It's often collaborating with his brother Ron. He remains beloved by genre fans and frequently appears at conventions celebrating classic television. On the Brady Bunch, Jan Brady was the middle child navigating self-doubt, sibling rivalry, and identity. Eve Plumb began portraying Jan in 1969 at age 11, delivering grounded, sincere performances that highlighted the emotional shifts of growing up in a large family. Now 67, Eve Plumb continues acting in television and theater and is an accomplished painter. She is widely admired for her multifaceted career, successfully transitioning from beloved child star to mature creative artist with ongoing projects. On Family Affair, Jody Davis was the imaginative, playful orphan, adapting to life with his sophisticated uncle and household staff. Johnny Whitaker began the role in 1966 at age 6, radiating warmth, humor, and resilience through episodes focused on family adjustments and youthful optimism. Now 66, Johnny Whitaker left acting and later became a substance abuse counselor. He is respected for advocacy work and honest discussions about life after childhood fame, using his platform to support others navigating challenges beyond early success in entertainment. On the Brady Bunch, Cindy Brady was the youngest sibling known for her innocence, charm, and gentle optimism. Susan Olsen joined the cast in 1969 at age 8, providing sweetness and youthful sincerity that complemented the family's dynamic throughout every season. Now 64, Susan Olsen has worked in radio, visual art, and animal advocacy. She remains deeply associated with her iconic role, participating in reunions, interviews, and cultural retrospectives that celebrate the show's broad influence. On Nanny and the Professor, Prudence Everett was the sensible, intelligent eldest child in a home guided by a magical nanny figure. Kim Richards joined the show in 1970 at age 6, anchoring child-centered storylines with depth, charm, and quick wit. Now 61. Kim Richards continued acting into adulthood and later gained renewed recognition through reality television. She remains a recognizable figure in pop culture. Her career reflecting both early success and public transformation, shaped by life's ups and downs. On The Partridge Family, Danny Partridge was the witty, red-haired bassist whose humor and sass enlivened family music adventures. Danny Bonaduce began the role in 1970 at age 10, contributing memorable comic energy and youthful spunk to the series' harmony of song and story. Now 66, Danny Bonaduce became a radio personality and television figure. Known for candid discussions about addiction recovery and life after child stardom, he continues working in media, sharing his experiences with authenticity and advocacy. On Lost in Space, Will Robinson was a brilliant, intuitive boy whose scientific smarts and compassion saved his family many times. Bill Mumy began portraying Will in 1965 at age 11, offering courage under pressure and emotional depth within the Robinson family's cosmic misadventures. Now 72, Bill Mumy enjoys a diverse career as a musician, writer, composer, and actor. He appeared in later genre television, released albums, wrote comic books, and remains deeply connected with science fiction fans. His work spans creative fields beyond his iconic early role. On My Three Sons, Chip Douglas was the earnest middle son navigating school, chores, and sibling dynamics with dry humor and steady heart. Stanley Livingston joined the regular cast in 1960 at age 9. Growing up on screen while embodying everyday challenges and family bonds for over a decade. Now 75, Stanley Livingston transitioned into television production and creative work behind the scenes. He remains active in preserving classic television history, attending fan conventions, and sharing insights about growing up on America's long-running family sitcom. It's often bridging old and new entertainment generations. On Bewitched, Tabitha Stevens was the magical child, whose innocent powers frequently caused humorous chaos for her witch and mortal family. Erin Murphy began portraying Tabitha in 1966 as a toddler, blending sweet mischief with supernatural charm throughout her childhood appearances. Now 61, Erin Murphy works in fashion, television commentary, and motivational speaking. She remains a visible presence at classic television events and actively engages with fans. Murphy's later career spans creative ventures and maintaining a connection to her beloved childhood role. On My Three Sons, Ernie Thompson was a sensitive orphan adopted into the Douglas family, bringing emotional depth and soft humor to many episodes. Barry Livingston joined the series in 1963 at age 10, strengthening family themes with vulnerability, loyalty, and personality. Now 72, Barry Livingston continues acting while teaching and writing about Hollywood history. He frequently appears at classic television events, offering personal retrospectives on sitcom culture and child acting. His contributions extend into mentoring and preserving early entertainment legacies for future generations. On Lassie, Timmy Martin was the adventurous, compassionate boy whose bond with a loyal collie anchored heartfelt stories about friendship, courage, and family. John Provost joined the regular cast in 1957 at age 7, becoming a defining face of wholesome television drama. Now 75, John Provost transitioned into business ventures and animal welfare advocacy. He remains closely connected to Lassie's legacy, representing the show at public events and charitable appearances, while sharing insights about childhood fame and his enduring bond with animal heroes. On Family, Buddy Lawrence was a spirited tomboy navigating adolescence with emotional complexity and resilience. Kristy McNichol began the role in 1976 at age 13, earning acclaim for delivering nuanced, credible performances that elevated family drama. Now 63, Kristy McNichol retired from acting in the early 2000s, focusing on private life and advocacy. She remains an enduring icon of 1970s dramatic television, remembered for emotional authenticity and trailblazing child actor success. Time moves on, but great television endures. These former child stars remain living links to TV history, reminding us why classic TV still matters. If you enjoyed this trip through television's past, subscribe for more deep dives, rankings, and forgotten stories from TV's golden age.